Hey everybody. So are leaders born or are they developed? I think that there's no right answer to this. I think that in my own experience growing up, a lot of people, there were some people who I think were really charismatic, had something about them, and really had a way of bringing everybody along, wanted everybody to do things a certain way, and could have influence over people to do things that way, and have remained so uh, throughout life. They just are naturally they like being around people and like being involved with certain things. And then I think that there's some people in my own situation where I wasn't necessarily the most outgoing kid when I was young. I was really shy, and I had my own way of doing things. A certain way. Trying to lead by example was more of my thing. And then as you get older, I think people develop differently. So situations that you're put in and things that you overcome or go through in your life definitely have an influence over people and how they act and how they develop leadership skills. I think for myself, I've been put in a lot of situations and overcome a lot of things that has helped me develop my skills as a leader. So I think there's no right way. There's no leadership can come naturally to some people, but I think also we're a lot more capable than we think we are of um, being a leader in a situation when we're put in that position. So as I've become a coach and as I've had more responsibility put on myself within teams or in life, I've had a way of stepping up to the plate and taking those things on. So I think you can develop it, but you can also have it. What qualities make an effective leader? I think obviously in the book it talks about communication, and I would have to agree that I think that is uh, maybe one of the most important things. Just being able to uh, have have a connection with the people that you work with, and talk to them and be able to be a good listener as well as speaking your opinion and getting people to do things the way that you see fit and managing a lot of people, but also being receptive to ideas. I think that's something that I really learned here in Japan, where everybody has their input and you have to be more receptive to listening. I think obviously you can lead by example, but you can also be a vocal leader. There's so many things that go into being a leader, and I think that something that's important is what the leadership role is asking of you. So, if somebody needs to be really a vocal leader and sit in meetings and talk a lot, well, then that might be what a leader is. If somebody needs to go out and get things done because they're good at organizing things, well, then that person might be a good leader. So I think people have different strengths, and leadership can be exemplified in a lot of different ways. But obviously, the communication I thought was maybe the most important thing in the book. Hit on that. What impact does your values and faith and beliefs have on your teaching and coaching? I think that's really it's really important. Um, to some people, winning is just going to be the most important thing, and I personally think when you're dealing with young people, especially these days where a lot of people feel entitled to certain things, I think developing people and building relationships with people and how to work with different people is more important than the winning mindset of some coaches and some administrators who are just trying to get a one up on everybody. And you see that there's a lot of teams that get penalized by the NCAA in college football for not doing things the right way and trying to get around the rules. And I just think that if you have a really strong value system and beliefs, you're going to do things the right way, and you're going to get people around you to do things the right way and think creatively to come up with solutions to get people involved and to overcome obstacles. Because in the long run, I just don't, I can't, I just can't even, I'm not even on the same wavelength as some of the people that are just out in it for themselves to try to win and gain a name for themselves or their schools. And I just, through my own experience as a player and as a coach so far in my life, I just really feel that um, developing people to be successful beyond the field is so much more important than what happens on the field. I mean, sports is an awesome way to to look at society and look at yourself and look at how you can overcome things. And I just think that if you have a strong set of values and beliefs, um, you're gonna you'll win out in the end. So thanks for the. I hope to hear your guys' response.